Welcome back. This is Razakius, and we're back in Hearts of Iron 4. And just to kind of give you a little brief update, it does look like UK is still largely controlled by England. England. However, they do see the Germans and Italians do seem to be making some headway back into it. I don't think that's a winning battle unless they get another foothold in there. Another interesting thing is that UK is once again pushing them out of India. They had a little bits here and there left that Italy and Germans never really shut down, and so they're spreading through again. I think it's largely because they have these islands to go to start their little voyages from, I guess. So what we've done here, my battleships come here pretty soon to kill that stuff. There's just a tank sitting out there. So I want to check this quickly. It looks like Madagascar's port is all built up, but it's still at yellow. I was really hoping at this point that it would not be anymore. Where it actually looks like it's coming from South Africa straight now, though, which is better. If you look at this, it actually looks like it's coming in from this side. But yeah, the port is built up 10 out of 10, which is pretty good. And they're now building in Natal, which is here. And we are building our first nuclear reactor. So what I've done is I moved my Marines out to this island, and I'm going to have them attack from out there. That island is not supporting them very well. I did have naval bases being built here too, but it hasn't gotten there yet. So even 4 troops is slowly withering and dying. Alright, so we will start the trek for my tanks. I moved them a little bit closer so they're not coming so far out. And we did get another tank, and we filled out our last slot for our infantry group, which is amazing. We're doing great there. Which means if I come here, the infantry is completely... We're not building any more infantry. All we're building is tanks and Marines at this point, which is good. That's what we want. We need more of those types. So for this, what we want to do is we actually want to start out with the 24. So we're going to go ahead and start them out. And then the idea is that the tanks... Well, I guess I'm too late. I got puzzled by the yellow. Let's get the Marines going too. The idea was that the tanks would come to support rather than to just suck. But it looks like they've just come to suck and they're already gone. Well, whatever. We have infantry coming in. And if they decide to turn around right away, hopefully the Marines coming right behind their asses will support them enough. Yeah, and they're turning them back like mad dogs. But look, the Marines came in. We're at 92, 93. Ugh, they couldn't do it. Got to 93, and just like 18 troops just decided to turn around. So one thing that I have started to do is I've started to take my bombers, and I've let them go ahead and bomb the naval bases here. The hope is there's only one left. I don't know how many it started with, but the hope is that they don't have any supplies. And so we'll die a slow death on their little freaking island. Let's see, what else could we do? We have these islands out here. I mean, they are losing troops. I don't like how it seems to just like... There's just like no winning. I think the clock starts as soon as you start out your first attack. And if you can't get it done in that time, then you're just kind of messed up. So the tanks are actually doing me a disservice at this point. So we're gonna add... We're gonna try one with just infantry and marines. Add those back in. We're gonna let them sit and stew at it for a little bit. And we have my 4 tanks. It looks like these guys could use help, but they are very heavily fortified, so I'm not sure my 4 little tanks will really help. But I'm gonna give it a shot. We're gonna have them come up here and try to see if we can't score a win for Team Axis. We need to get them out of the Mediterranean, and this would be a good win for us if we can do that. I feel like I'm spending way too much time on this little freaking island, but it's pretty important for me to make sure I don't have anybody that could possibly come from any direction to take me out. So I gotta go with it. In the meantime, my synthetic oil is about to start. I am definitely producing goods faster. If you look, my modern tank is at 1.5. It was a lot lower, and I've already gotten 350 modern tanks in production. Or whatever. Grand Battle Fleet is done. I'm gonna start them down the submarines. I don't really do the submarines, but whatever. Wait, do I have another one in there? I guess so. Might as well take out key point bombing. And I don't really need your volunteers, Venezuela. It's nice for you to offer. They want to give me motorized. I don't really need that. What I want to do is I want to look at my tank group. We're going to edit this. Now, first of all, they kind of need to be bigger. But what I want to see is I want to see if I replace these out with modern tanks, how many we need for that. Do we have enough sitting in storage? So if we just flat out change this to modern tanks, we will be at negative 250. So we need about 600 in order to just straight up change. Okay. It's good to have a target number. Stuff is being attacked out here. What the heck is going on? Sierra Leone is getting bombed or something. Western Indian Ocean, Cape of Africa, naval combat. I don't like that something is attacking over in Sierra Leone. Don't like that one bit. So, we need about 600 modern tanks. Another thing that, you know, I started a long time ago to build the secondary tanks, the artillery tanks, and I never really did get that because my production was so freaking low with everything that it just didn't matter. The Germans have fallen back from this line. And here I was coming to help these guys out, and they've completely given up on it. If they're not willing to hold the line, I don't know why I should try to take it down. My tanks aren't going to be able to do it. Alright, let's give this another shot. We're basically starting them at the same time. And hopefully this time Are they going? No? Alright, we'll hold. They're apparently not ready. You know, I still don't have a ton of convoys. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on there. It is nice to see that I'm just constantly taking stuff out. Makes me happy that my battleships are doing a good job. I mean, it's not obviously the be-all end-all of the war, but it's helping. So my division is here, completely outgunned. The German brought their tank back. I'm just gonna sit there for a little bit. I'm trying to figure out why these guys won't go. So organization is sitting around 30. It's not terrible. The attrition is terrible. The attrition is really bad. Looks like we got synthetic oil starting. Let's go ahead and start down strategic destruction. Let's give this another go. Come on. Get out. The Marines have gotten out. Okay, there we go. Everybody got out this time. They've been out there a little longer. I've been bombing them a little more. Getting rid of convoys a little more. Let's hope. We're hopeful. If this doesn't work, I might try to go after one of these instead. It's not starting out well. Well, we're up to 62, and it's in the negative. Yeah, that's not going well for us at all. There's only 7 divisions there, with a 58 width. But it's enough to scare me off, apparently. I don't know what to do about this, because I'm clearly unable to take out those 7 divisions. So we're gonna let those guys starve out. I admit defeat, and I'm gonna kill this one too. And instead, we're going to start this guy out to this one. Right? Will that work? Actually, okay, so I still have the problem of not having control of that particular ocean section, but this one I do have control of. So we're gonna give that a shot. We're gonna go to a completely different island. And the hope is that he will either try to vacate this and try to support this instead and start losing those convoys, or I just take it outright and start, you know, whittling away at his islands somewhere. I gotta start somewhere, right? I mean, even here, you see, like, I keep on getting convoys, and it's always, like, right around the islands that they control. Let's take a look at these guys. Oh, yeah, I don't think I can do anything here. Let's just take a quick grab. Yeah, let's forget this. F this. If they're not willing to defend it, I'm not willing to try either. I was just coming to help. Germans are taking over parts of Italy. I don't understand how this is happening. They must just be asking for control. That must be what's going on. This is another interesting one. I could probably go after that one, and that would give me a pretty good base as well. We're going to put these guys back on suppression duty. I actually have a lot of... it looks like Italians just randomly sitting around everywhere. And Japanese. I don't know why they're hanging out on my area, but I think they're helping suppress, so that's fine. What are you guys doing here? Where are you going to? Floating fortress is done. Alright, so that's that line right there. We're going to continue up. We're almost done with the carrier group. See, again, they're losing convoys right next to that island, so I wonder if they did decide to try to reinforce this area. Also, what is Japan making a stab at it? I wish I had a better sense of what is everywhere, and I wonder if having radar would help with that. Would give me more intel. I'm not sure. I don't feel like in past playthroughs radar has helped with troop numbers on islands. It only really helps with detection of airplanes, which makes sense. There's really no reason that radar stations should help with anything else. This Sierra Leone thing is really bothering me. I'm going to go ahead and start building another 6 there. I know we're nowhere close to that, but I really am not happy that there is damage happening here, and I don't know. It's probably coming from the Free France here, but I need to try to stop it as best I can. The Avro Lincoln. It's a good 1949. Let's take the Barracuda. And I think these guys are ready, so we're going to have them give it a go. And right when they get here, I'm going to start the Marines. If this doesn't work, I don't know what I'm going to do. I felt like I had a plan, but now these guys are not taking stuff that I felt like they should be taking. And it's really perturbing me. It's really, really bothering me that I'm not successful. I was able to take freaking Madagascar. Why can't I take these little islands? It's so difficult. And I even have air support, which I didn't have it in Madagascar. That's the other thing. Madagascar didn't provide me... I didn't provide them air support, and now I have air support, and I'm still struggling. Alright, hopefully I can take this little guy. I don't see troops there yet. The Marines are coming out the back. That's another thing. I wish they would reposition. Okay, so there's 4 of them. 3 of them. More than 4. That's odd. How's it going up? But we are winning this battle. There we go. We won that battle. Huzzah! We won something. And with that high note, we are going to call it an episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe below, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.